Chapter 2, Learning to Speak. I titled this chapter, Learning to Speak as a Prophet. Like the previous chapter, John Woolman is here again giving memories. He's not writing live, he's just remembering. But this time, he's remembering what went on between the ages of 28 and 36. So now he's a growing adult, he gets married, and he begins to get more and more involved in speaking in various contexts. Woolman seems especially attentive to the development of his prophetic ministry. This ministry is rooted in a listening to spirit, listening to the cries or the needs of other people, carrying the gospel burden within, and then appropriately presenting it to others, knowing just the right moment and how much to be expressed. All of that is really a delicate operation. This, listening, attention, aware of the people, being a part of the people. How much do I say? When do I say it? Is this just out of my own bad motive? All of those kind of things are involved, and Woolman is attentive to every single piece of this. Woolman expressed all of this in one-on-one conversation, in group meetings, in writing as well. And so you have this variety of different ways that Woolman's, especially in this particular period, that Woolman's voice begins to be expressed. And he critiques himself again and again throughout this process. One thing I think that I got out of it, and was striking to me as I read this part of Woolman's journey, the chapter, what you have in chapter 2, is John Woolman's sense of responsible participation in Christian community. Again, in my history, it's always been easy to think of the prophetic as this independent voice from the outside, either the charismatic voice who gets the word of God and then declares it in some congregational meeting or something, that, or the social justice marginalized speaker, who gets the voice from God from the eye and points at you, the rich oppressor, or whatever it might be. And you don't get that sense in John Woolman. Yes, he is concerned about the oppressed, and yes, he does hear from the voice of God, but he does so as this totally embedded, responsible, ordinary member of a community, deep within the sense of community. We hear him again and again talking about submitting his ideas, his plans, his visions, his thoughts to others, and humbly welcoming their critique. The whole notion of it's not you, it's we. And yet there's still the responsibility of the message, God's burden. So how do I not just be nice, but yet speak the truth in love? That's, I think, the challenge that is really strong that you begin to find out in this chapter 2 of John Woolman's journal.